Okay, so welcome to the Crush It team call for Thursday, June 15th, 2017. Um, that's your favorite spot. That's cool. Yeah, so we are going to be leading this call, and by we, I mean it's going to be mostly um, the coaches from Solfit Union. So we've got a bit of a mix for you, and I know we haven't done this in quite a while. So we had kind of offered this up a while back, just as far as a kind of a refresher for some people. There's so many new coaches on here. Um, Kind of a refresher as to what you do as a new coach, and kind of for those of us who've been doing it a while, maybe just a refresher on some of the things that um, that we've maybe stopped doing or forgotten about. It's always good to do a bit of a refresh. So what we're going to do is there's three of us who are going to come on and do three different things. I'm going to start really quickly, and I am going to start with probably the things that I did wrong. Okay, you don't really hear people talk too much about things that they've done wrong as a coach. It's always what's working for you. So for me, as a brand new coach, and we'll just jump right into it, is if you can, probably the biggest mistake that I made as a coach is not tracking people properly from day one. Or coming up with it. And I see people, yeah, I see Emily nodding her head. And it's so much easier if you do it from day one. It would have been easier if I'd started when I had 60 Facebook friends, right? I'm at 3,500 now, where it almost seems insurmountable. So my number one thing that I probably did wrong is not develop a tracking system from the beginning, whether it was Excel, whether it was a notebook, right? Come up with a system that's going to be expandable. I always look at this business as not just, well, I'll use this for now in case it doesn't work out. My mindset's always been, no, I'm going all the way with this. So why not come up with something that's going to grow with me? So a couple things. If you use Excel, that's fantastic. You're going to need columns for names, first name, last name, email, when you talk to them, what you talk to them about. That's a great potential thing to use. But right from the start now, if you're starting, there's two programs I would highly recommend you start with, either Teamzy or Google Streak. And again, success leaves clues. So go with what the top coaches are using. They are either using Teamzy or Google Streak, guaranteed. They're both a little different. I'm not going to go into the pros and cons of each of them, but they're both a little bit different. Teamzy is a bit more of a prompter / organizer, where you can put in how much money you want to make, and it will tell you how many people you need to talk to and who you need to talk to each day. Okay? And again, that's the basics. I'm going to really simplify it, but it will tell you, no, you need to, it's basically when you're going to do your power hour, it will say, no, you need to go like this many people's posts. You need to reach out and do this many invites, and you need to add this many people as friends today. Okay, that's the basics. But that's kind of what Teamzy is. Google Streak is more of an organizer. It's not going to tell you necessarily who to talk to, but you can make pipelines of, okay, these are all the people from my free group. I'm going to move these 6 people into coach potential. I'm going to move these 4 people into, these would be great challengers. And the cool thing with Google Streak is it will allow you to send out multiple mass emails to an entire pipeline of people. So if you have a new free group coming, you can say, you know what, I'm going to go to my last free group. I'm going to send it to all of them, and I'm going to send it to all my current challengers. Okay? So it's kind of interesting. You can tag people in both systems. You can tag people, whether it's Teamzy or Google Streak. You can say, these people all expressed interest in 21-day fix, okay, with a little tag on their profile. Then when 21-day fix comes on sale, you can then go to, okay, all these people, they all have 21-day fix. They were interested in 21-day fix. I'm going to send all of them the new sale price and say, hey guys, guess what? Okay, this has gone on sale. They're just smarter ways of keeping track of your people and potential people. So look into one of them. One of them is going to click with you, but I highly recommend you do one of them. Google Streak is free, and Teamzy is $30 a month, if I'm correct. Emily, nod your head. I think you've looked into it. I don't think you can send mass messages on Teamzy, but if Kim is listening, she might be able to tell us, but I don't think you can. So they both have kind of their thanks, Kim. They both have their pros and cons depending on, in a perfect world, and I was talking to Melinda about this, we just actually, Jax sped back to just now. We were meeting with Arnaud up in Vaughan, and we had to boogie back for this. And in a perfect world, I would use Teamzy to connect with people and then put them into Google Streak to help organize them and auto email them. But you need to stick with one and go with it. Okay. That's my number one tip.
That was good.
Sorry, someone's chatting. I thought that was someone offering input. That's my number one tip of what you have to start with. If you have any plans of this being more than just, I'm going to try this for a couple months, start now, okay? Because it seems like this massive mountain afterwards. So that's number one. Secondly is find something to help you work smarter, not harder, okay? And that includes on a Sunday night, whatever night it is for you, plan your posts out ahead of time. And in your free groups, and in your challenge groups, if you can, either use Buffer or Hootsuite for the standard information posts, not the posts where you're connecting with people, not the posts where you're throwing up a recipe, but automate some of it at the beginning, especially in your free group, to help ease things for you at the beginning if you're feeling overwhelmed. That does involve you pre-planning some of it, but it's super important that you don't get overwhelmed at the beginning so that you just want to quit, okay? Both programs a little bit different. Don't use it necessarily for your public page because you won't get as much traction with it, okay? Facebook sees that as it not really being you and they're not going to show it, okay? Those are a couple things, a couple tips. The last really quick tips before we get into the important people is find a photo app that you love using. People on the side here right now, if you want to, in the comment section, type your favorite photo apps, whether it's Snapseed, Aviary, Instabeauty. There they are. Yeah, everybody. Crush It's a Snapseed community for sure. Facetune 2. And this isn't about you, Rachel, but the older you get, like me, the more you need. So those are some photo apps. Find a text app that you love, whether it's WordSwag, whether it's Typorama. Find something that you love using. Some people actually use Instagram filters because they love them and then just take a screenshot of it and crop it. Okay, so find a photo app you love to use, find a text app that you love to use, and then find a movie app you love to use, okay? I literally love iMovie on my phone. It does the basics for what I want to do. Different people use different things. Photofy is a great one. What's the other one? Pick, Play, Post, a lot of people use. But yeah, those three things, a movie, a photo, and a something that does text, funky, something that you love that really works for you. Sorry, I'm just going to go mute people. Someone's asking for water or something. I don't know. And the last one is, and this is going to seem like a pipe dream for some of you, but I wish I had done this sooner. The minute I made enough money, I could put all my money back into a virtual assistant. Mainly because they can do a lot of those little tasks that aren't necessarily connecting with people. They're just repetition things. Things like you could pay somebody, and this is somebody in the Philippines, or what was the other one where I had somebody, $4 an hour to basically take your Facebook post and then put them onto Instagram for you. Not the connecting part, but anything that's repetition or copy paste, creating, the same documents over and over again, for $4 an hour, your time is very, very valuable doing the actual connecting with people. Okay. So those are some quick tips that I wish I had done sooner than later. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get into 3 people. Sarah Davidson is a relatively new coach. She's been crushing it every month on the SC ladder. I'm going to put pressure on her now. She's been up there over 20 almost every time. So we're going to hear from her as far as a new coach, what's been successful for her. And then we're going to talk to Melinda. She's going to do a quick tutorial for you guys on Canva. If you're not familiar with it, I know a lot of you don't use it, but it's pretty cool. And then Rachel is our PicMonkey professional, and she's going to come in to talk to you guys a little bit about PicMonkey and what it is honestly, PicMonkey is my favorite program by far. So we're going to let them chat. So please welcome Sarah. I know she's not nervous at all to talk to all of you about her first couple months, what's worked for her. So if you're new, take a listen. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi, Sarah. Who's that?
I don't know, but I'm going to try and
That's
find
in my house. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so I'll just, so I've been coaching since February. I signed up with Mike and Angel as a challenger in November and started having great results. So I wanted to start coaching. Thought, why not go all in? So I kind of was dabbling like a little bit, thinking, well, maybe I'll kind of do the hobby thing, or maybe, and then I just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to run my own groups. I'm going to see what I can do. So after everybody knows in this group, we have the most amazing training, right? So that's where I started for sure. I watched all the videos and made sure that I was changing my Facebook profile and my Instagram to match kind of what was recommended. So I did that, and yeah, so I started to think about my posts, and I just kind of created a little, just some slides to show you guys, just to keep me on track so that it wasn't just me kind of babbling up here, which I'm getting good at on Facebook Lives, but thought you might want to see some of the things that I'm sending out to people. I have been inviting like crazy. I've been adding friends like crazy, and I've been posting like crazy. So those are kind of the 3 things that I'm going to talk to you about today. So let me just pull up my slides here that I made. Well, I probably should have been finishing my last report cards, but oh well.
Hey, really, just some real quick background. Sarah, how many kids do you have?
Oh yeah, I should. Yeah. So I have 3 little people. Let me just. Yeah. So I have 3. Can you guys see me now, or you see my screen? Can you still see me in the corner?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So I have 3 little people. My son is 6, and my twin girls are 19 months old. So, and I'm working full time. I just went back after March break to teaching. So I'm teaching full time, mommy of 3 full time, and Beachbody coach a lot of the time. So here we go. Yeah, so it's just going to load up here. Let me just pull it up for you guys. Okay, so starting off, so these are my kind of, I was looking back at my posts and thinking what gets the most engagement, because I think as coaches, we really need to think about that. Sometimes, and I know I've heard this along the way, right? Just because a post doesn't get a lot of engagement doesn't mean that people aren't seeing it, or that it's not something that's registering for people. But definitely that's what you want, right? You want to be doing that back and forth with potential clients, potential customers, potential coaches down the road. So These are kind of my top 4 posts that get the most engagement. Of course, my cute kids, right? They always get a lot of engagement. So this was one I did the other day, and just, you know, ending the day, what's up for your Saturday night? I've been trying to do that too, like add a question in at the end. This was my Saturday night, hanging with my 3 little people, and what's happening with you. So you can see in the comments, somebody posts, well, this is what I'm eating for dinner, and then we went out here. And so, yeah, so definitely I try to probably, so in terms of posting, how much I'm posting, I'm trying to post a minimum of 3 times. Most days it's 3 times on Facebook, Instagram, and my like page, my business page. Mostly it's the same content, although I have been modifying my Instagram to kind of, I love what Mike and Kim do in terms of the every third is a white one. So I've started to do that, and it just looks pretty. So I started to do that. Okay, so that's obviously your life, right? You want to post about your life, because that's really, if all of a sudden it's all about the Shakeology, then you're not going to get the engagement, right? People like you for you, and cute kids help. Okay, so this was another one that did really well recently. It came from Instagram. I think, Kim, you had posted this a while ago, so thank you. But yeah, so I just asked, you know, what's your favorite "my kid is freaking out for no reason" story? Got lots of engagement on that too. And so asking a question and creating, so I kind of try to think about, whenever I'm posting, I try to think about like who are my potential customers, who are my potential clients, and what's something that they're relating to. So for me, obviously, moms, busy moms is who I'm attracting. People see that I'm fitting it in, I'm meal prepping, and I'm working out. So people want to do that too, right? So this was a really good one. It got lots of back and forth. It scares me about the teenage years with my twins, but anyways, an aside. So, and yeah, so I've been doing a lot of meal prep, and I've been doing a lot of live videos. I usually go live about 2 or 3 times a week. For sure, one on Sunday when I'm doing some meal prep. So this was something, this was a post, but then I also did a live video about it. And these usually get the most people watch my meal planning videos. I love that you can see the views. And then this one didn't get a ton of engagement, but lots of likes and a few shares, which was nice. And then I try to do this at least once a week. You know, it's the getting vulnerable side. We've all heard that through the training. But it really makes a difference, right? That's how people really get to know you. And this is a photo, so a most recent, and just celebrating kind of the non-scale victories along the way. So yeah, for those of you that haven't been following me, because who is really, but so I'm down 60 pounds since November, which is pretty cool. So I do have a few kind of before and afters that I can post every once in a while. So I try to do that kind of once a week. And those by far get the most likes, most comments. Yeah. Oh, some chat happening. Okay, let me keep going here. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you guys, and I can post this PowerPoint or later, but these are some of the messages. So when I first started coaching, like if you're just starting out, I really started, I sent messages like crazy. Basically went through my friend list, and anybody that I'd talked with or not talked with in years, I kind of tweaked this message and sent it to them. So, you know, how are you? Something about getting to know them, and then a little bit about the program. So, and, you know, a lot of people ignore you, so get used to that. But then kind of the follow-up to that was I sent this message, and kind of a month, 2 months down the road, send another one, you know, hey, haven't heard from you or whatever. Let me go ahead to the next slide here. Sorry, there's some chat I should look at. Okay. And then I find, like Mike said, you know, the copy paste stuff, and it is good. So when I've been having conversations with potential clients, this part in the italicized part is something that I cut and paste, and basically when you finally get to the part of the conversation, okay, tell me what I get, kind of thing, right? So this is what I send to them to describe the program, and it's pretty good. Like I've been getting pretty good response from it, so I just wanted to share that with you guys too. And I know this came from somewhere. Everything comes from somewhere, right? But that's what we do. Okay. Oh, and here, yeah, so this is kind of what I was talking about. So after I sent those initial messages, even if I hadn't heard from somebody that I really think would be a good customer or client. So this was a message I sent, and actually this woman, she didn't respond to the first message I sent out, but she responded to this one, and she's interested in signing up in July. So when you're starting out, don't get discouraged, right? Because, and I heard this a lot when I was first starting in my first month or two, you'll have a lot of people say no. You'll have a lot of people ignore you. But what happens is when you're consistent with the posts and the engaging posts and showing your transformation and all of that, people are going to want to do what you're doing. Okay, so just to kind of, a lot of you experienced coaches, I know you know that. But for people just starting out, it can get a little bit discouraging. And I know I've heard along the way, I know Kim, you said something about you go for 200 people to say no to you every month. Or Alethea was saying 100 people to say no. So that is hearing a lot of no. And I think that's why the personal development part, right? That tough skin helps. And that, you know, could give about what they think kind of thing. But this kind of touching base, again, this did get me a lot of challenge pack sales in April, and then a lot in May. And that was people that I just hadn't talked to in a couple months. Okay, yeah, and then adding friends. So when I started, I had about 300 friends. Now I have almost 1,400. So in 5 months, basically what I did was I went to a lot of my close friends, like my really, really close friends, and I just started going through their friends list, and there were tons of people that I just didn't have on my list. So started adding like crazy. And one of my girls that's kind of potential coach right now, she's signed up as a discount coach and she's interested in started coaching. She's somebody I went to high school with, hadn't talked to in over 10 years, and now we've reconnected, and now over for a party tomorrow, you know? So that kind of stuff has been helpful. And anybody that I've connected with in terms of a friend, this actually, Mike was just talking about the virtual assistant thing. This would be a nice thing for a virtual assistant to do, something like this, just to say, you know, how are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. I've recently been on this journey. I post lots of healthy recipes and do live videos. And a lot of people you don't hear back from, but it gives them, you've connected with them. And then they're going to start seeing your stuff, and they're going to be looking out for you, which is what we want for to come. And these are just a couple little tricks that I've been doing to kind of keep track. So through the back office, I've been sending an email to all of my customers every week or two, kind of letting them know what's happening in Beachbody, some of the Sean Week, the Shift Shop. And then this was Alethea's idea, and I loved it, in terms of giving like a Shakeology recipe so people can use up their Shakeology, and everybody loves the treats. And This I think is important too, in terms of to make sure that you're keeping track of your active customers, and then touching base with them about the discount coach opportunity, and then hobby coach and etc. But so about 1 or 2 weeks after they sign up, then I talk to them about the possibility of becoming a discount coach. Okay, that's all I got.
What do you mean all you got? That was lots.
Thanks,
And
guys.
it's so funny because, well, it's not funny, but it's so interesting that it's nothing it's not like you discovered some secret. It's like, it's not that you're not hitting SC20 every month because you have a secret app that nobody knows about, or you've done something that you're not going to share it. You're basically going through the vitals, the vital behaviors. You've gone through the training, you're following the training. It's not, you've kept it simple, right? Which is awesome. So next, Melinda, are you ready to go? This is sort of, I don't want to even say it's advanced graphics, the next two, because you can do some really basic, simple ones with it. But these are two for people that might, it's like, Melinda and I, again, we're talking, it's like having a graphic designer, in your back pocket. So Melinda, you can go ahead and chat about Canva.
How do I share my screen? Do you share mine?
No, are you on a Mac or a PC? You're a PC person.
PC, yeah.
Sarah, how does she share from a PC?
Oh, I see, this. Desktop. Sarah, that was awesome. I took a couple of notes. Those were some really good reminders.
There you go.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to show you guys Canva today. And I know we're hearing about PicMonkey too. And Mike said PicMonkey is his favorite. Canva is my favorite. So I've gotten pretty good at making stuff out of Canva. So I'll give you just a quick kind of rundown of what I've been using Canva for. So things like graphics like this. So when I'm doing a free challenge and I want to post the link to my meal plan that I'm doing for the week for them, I can do like a really cool graphic that looks really professional, and the colors and the font all match and they're a little bit branded. So they have, I can't click underneath that. Oh my goodness.
Can I just stop for a second? Those are all ones that you've created there, right?
Yeah, all these are things that I've created. So I've done like for Sean Week, takes a minute to come up. This one's kind of juicy.
But just because they all have a similar look to them, they look like you have a brand manager.
Yeah, no, not at all. It is all just Canva stuff. So yeah, so I've used Canva to do like all sorts of things like this, and I tend to use the same thing over and over again, the same font, this pink little brush line I got from like free off of the internet, the same colors. So what I'm trying, and I'm just gonna open a new tab because I can't go underneath there. If you go to the Canva Design School, and then there's this really awesome tool, if you have never done any branding before and you want colors, and you have a picture, you can go to their color palette and you can upload an image. The Canva Design School is really good for just like tips and ideas, but if you upload an image, like this is my profile picture, so you upload any image and it gives you colors. So you essentially can get your brand colors like right away, like done. Pick a picture that you like, that you want to use throughout all your stuff, and it will give you, so now you have your brand colors and it gives you these numbers underneath here, so you could actually copy those into even different applications. So if I was going to show you how I do stuff in Canva, like this is a freebie that I created, so it's really good for text stuff. And I can't, like, these boxes are driving me nuts. There we go. So you can use it to make really, really nice branded stuff with the same font, the same colors, over and over and over again. So how do I get back? Okay, so something like this. Like if you wanted to do like a photo for your free group or for your page and make it kind of really professional looking, you go to, there's so much that I can show you on this just to kind of keep it simple. So it's essentially templates, right? Like you do not have to have any eye. I don't have an eye for design. I have people who help me with interior design and people who help me with colors for everything. So I don't have this eye. So this is really, really handy if people don't have that graphic design in you. So there are all these templates, and essentially you just go through, and you can use this for like, even for like your motivational quotes. You want to make things that are original instead of just taking them off of Instagram or Pinterest or whatever. So you go through, you pick a template that you like. I'm trying to think of which one I used to do that meal prep picture. I don't know, there's so many. Let's just go with, like, let's just go with, oh, that's $1. Okay, anything with a $sign you avoid because those ones you have to pay for, but they're like $1. They're super cheap. So let's just go with this. Then what you can do is you can go in and you can upload all your own stuff. So you click on uploads over here. So this pink stripe that I use on everything, I got off of Google, and you just go to Google and you find PNGs. So if you want like glitter or brush strokes, so I did like brush stroke PNG. If you put PNG in, then the background is not gonna have any like anything in it. And then you go to images, and you can essentially just save any of those and copy them. So the pink one that I use is right there. So you go over to, where was I? I don't even know where it was. So many tabs open. There you go. So you upload that, and then you can drag it on, and you go to arrange to move you guys out of the way, and click on back, and it moves everything back and forwards. You can put your own pictures in the background. So I have like that meal prep picture. I'm gonna put that in, and it's somewhere, who knows where. It's behind there. You can go forward. Anyways, you play around with it. You can do a ton of different stuff. This is from our Team Beachbody back office. You can get all the trainers in PNG. So if you want to add them in, Chris doesn't have one yet. Chris Downey still needs one. But you can add those all in. You can do, so I've also done in my challenge group, I do Shakeology recipes all the time, but just to make them really, really similar. So here's an example of that. I've added, so I'll actually just change the picture and the recipe and post it every day. It also makes it super fast. So I'll go in and like upload. This is a template too from Canva. So that template is under just like an A4 size. And then you can upload all of your pictures. So you can change out the Shakeology picture and change out the recipe. Then you can go to Elements, and you can do tons of stuff with Elements over here. Free photos, like I don't pay for stock photos anymore. The stock photos in Canva that are free are so good. If you're running an ad or you wanna do a different motivational quote, these ones are really good. Like I find they're really, really good quality, and they're beautiful photos. They're nothing cheesy. So you get tons of those. You can go to grids if you wanna do like before and after type stuff. It's really handy for that. You can do text. The text is super fun in Canva. So if you want to make things like with 2 different fonts and you don't know what fonts to mix, you can just literally use these ideas to and change it out and make it your own text. So I don't know, is that kind of like, I'll give you, back to I don't want to sign out. I have too many tabs open. What else have I made in here? So yeah, like tons of just like a challenge ad that I was running. This was a Canva photo. It cost me $1 to get a really nice stock photo, and then I put text on it, and it was totally a template from the side here. So all of these templates, you can just open them up, add your own, no, don't replace, add your own text and your own photos. I've done lots of banners, and the PicMonkey is really nice for banners too. I just try to keep things simple, so I did all mine in Canva. So this banner I did entirely in Canva, and I used elements from the side. So any of the elements that are shapes, you can turn into pictures. So for all of these guys on the side, you go to elements and then shapes, at the bottom, you can make them all pictures. So you have to scroll a little bit further. Eventually you get down to ones that are like blue and green, and you can enter your photos into them in any different shape and kind of mix them around. These guys, like for your Instagram and Facebook, I just did that PNG search on Google, and then literally they're in here somewhere. There they are. Just uploaded them in to Canva. These guys, like if you wanted to change out the picture that's in the back, you drag and drop, like let's see what this looks like. You just drag and drop it over top, and it instantly edits out your picture to make it that shape. So you can do tons of fun stuff. Really, like I learned Canva honestly from playing with it. Like if you just go in and play, the more you play, the more you can figure out what you can do. But my biggest tips, I guess, would be to download some PNGs that you're going to reuse over and over and over again. So like a brush stroke or whatever it is, like that kind of can make you original. I paid to have these logos made, so I now have them in PNG format, and I can upload them into all of my different stuff. And then to use the color palette tool to get your colors, so you have an actual color palette, and then keep going back to those same colors. If you hit copy on this in the Canva Design School, and then you go into your design, wherever that was, say I wanted to change the color of this, you just paste it. So you pick the plus sign and then paste in, just click on Control V to paste it. It'll change it to the color. So it's all really, really easy to use to make everything your brand. Pick a font and stick with the same font. And in the design school, they also have a font palette. So if you go back to, I don't know where I was there. One of their tools is font combinations. So you can, if you have one font that you really like, you can select it as your starter font, and then it'll give you a ton of combinations that look really good with that font. Again, I don't have an eye for this. So if I was using Franklin, for example, it would tell you, okay, here are the fonts that you should use with Franklin. And you can go through and see them all and examples. But yeah, it's just fun to play with. It's fun to, there's the design school has like motivational posters that you can use, 10 simple ways to jazz up your Instagram feed. So lots of stuff that you can do. You can make on all my videos that I post on YouTube, I'll put a thumbnail on that I make in Canva. So I'll just kind of go into Canva, find a picture that I like, and make that thumbnail. And again, I'm using the same fonts, the same colors, the same uploads on all my stuff, so that you start to get that consistent feel, and everything starts to kind of come together. So all my colors become consistent, and fonts become consistent, and you start to have kind of a little bit of a brand. Well, that's down here. You can see when I started. It's really gotten like more consistent as I've gone on. Is that helpful?
Extremely. You probably can't read the chats, but it's like people are like, how did I not know about this program?
Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay anything for it. It's free. So
you shouldn't need to pay for it. I mean, a couple things is you're going to use your own pictures, and like she said, most of the ones on there are free. It's amazing. You keep saying you don't have an eye, and again, you're selling yourself short because you know enough to use what looks good. So
right.
Quit selling yourself short. You have an amazing eye. But it does, the consistency is the key, right?
Yeah. It's the same. It's just having like a color theme that you're going to go back to. I actually know like my pen color, I memorized the code, like it's EBF6F9, because I've typed that in so many times. So knowing the colors that you're going to use, and then 2 or 3 fonts, and go for it.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, Melinda.
Good. No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Rachel, you are up. And again, if you go back, I know she did an amazing one on how to actually kind of create your own PNGs of yourself. Back when 22-Minute Hardcore came out, she did a really good PicMonkey team call on that. So see if you can find that one as well. But go ahead, Rachel, if you want to start sharing away.
Okie dokie. So I know you can see 2 of me, and it's because I've broken my laptop. So before I start, because I know a lot of what I was going to talk about will kind of overlap with Melinda, but key thing is how to find PNGs online. So, and then if you can't find a PNG, like Melinda mentioned, she can't, like there's none of Chris Downing yet, I can show you how to create one. So I'm just going to show you how to do this really quick, because this is key when you're building banners for your personal page or your business page, or even ads online. So let's do Chris Downing PNG. I don't think there will be one, but how you'll know it's a PNG, and this one will not be, I can kind of already tell. Sorry, my internet's slow. The background's white, which means when you cut and paste this onto a banner, it's going to show a white rectangle around Chris. You know it's a PNG when you see a checker pattern in the background. So I'll show you this one that I got for my Sean Week. And I just, so it brings up more stuff, I always put transparent just in case. Sorry, super slow. So this is the one I used for my challenge group banner in my ad. And if you give it 2 seconds and I get better internet, you'll see that it's a checker pattern in the background. Or maybe not. Anyway, so if you don't have one, and let's create one for Chris Downing. So I'm going to save this to my desktop, and on a Mac, it's super easy. You literally drag and drop. But I use a site called Online Image Editor when I want to create a transparent background. It's super easy, and if it's just a white background, there's not much to do. So I'm going to choose my file. I'm going to choose Chris. I'm going to upload it. And then I'm going to go to Wizards here at the top. And again, this website is online image-editor.com. So I'm going to go to Wizards, and I'm going to go to transparency, and I'm literally just going to click on the white part, and it should make Chris transparent. And this is the checker that I'm talking about. So there you go. So if you're searching for a picture online, and you want that transparent background, this is what you're looking for, that checker pattern. So now I'm just going to save this to my desktop, and now we're ready to roll to promote Shift Shop. So if I can get back. We're going to go to, why can't I see this? Sorry, guys. I have way too many windows open. So we're going to go to PicMonkey now. And again, with PicMonkey, you can design on your own. You can go rogue. But I've been using a lot of the templates lately. So if you go to design and you go to templates, you can design for whatever social media platform you're going on. So let's see here. So I want to do, and there's a difference between a Facebook cover and like the different sizes. So let's go to Facebook cover. And these are all the templates. And again, I upgrade, like I pay for my PicMonkey only because I used to have another business where I used it a lot. But it was only $30 for the year. But again, this amount of stuff that you get for free, you don't have to pay for it. So I know I just redid my my banner, but you can preview this one here. And you can literally just go in and replace the pictures, replace the text. But I want to show you making one from scratch. So again, these templates are super easy. You can even use like themes, like you can type in food if you want to do, you know, a free clean eating group and you want a banner for that. But I'm just going to do a Facebook cover photo. And there's even, oh, sorry, I clicked on it, but it had an event cover photo. So the sizes are all pre-done. So for example, so now you see all this right here on the left. this butterfly right here are all of your overlays. So I'm gonna add my own and go to my computer and get that one of Chris that we just made. I can find it. So there we go. So as you can see, if I even go back and make the background, let's make it yellow. Right? And again, those letters and numbers that Melinda were talking about, you can also cut and paste them in here. So if you do go into Canva and find like your 5 colors that are like your colors, your theme, I suggest writing them down, put them in a Word document, in notes, because these are the universal HTML codes for colors. So they will go, like Melinda said, into any application. They can be used in PicMonkey, in Canva, they can be used in any apps. If you know how to use Photoshop, it can be used in Photoshop as well. So I'm going to put Chris here. One question that a lot of people have been asking me is how I get those circular photos of myself. So I'll just show you on my personal page. Sorry, my business page. And I like to have a really good headshot saved on my desktop, ready to go with my, like in a circle. So people have asked how we get these circles, right? So that it's transparent in the background. And I've had a few people message me and ask me how to do it. So if you go to PicMonkey, I have too many things open.
Nice picture.
Okay, we'll go here. So we'll go back to, somebody said something and it was crackly.
No, it's just me. I was like, nice picture.
Which one, huh?
That one, that was a great picture.
Oh, this banner?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, I know we all take those, watch those videos on how to create our banner and how to make a collage, and don't get me wrong, I still have that on my personal page, but to have a banner on your business page that's not, it's just crisp, it's big, it's clear, it's very obvious what you do. I've kind of gotten away from the collage on my business page. A lot of people complimented me on that one, but I'm just going to show you here. So we're going to edit a photo. I'll just steal something from my computer. We'll see here. So this was a stock photo from the Shanti Week back office. So to make this circular and transparent in the background, you're going to go to the left and you're going to go to frames and you're going to go to rounded corners right here. And you're going to choose your background color, as transparent corners. And you're going to take the corner radius all the way to the right. So that's how you get those circles. And again, you can do your profile picture. The reason I like making these is that when I go, let me see if I have, I'll go into my challenge group. I make my banners for whatever season or whatever round I'm in, but I always stick my photo in there. Even my clean eating groups, like my healthy kids lunch. I don't know if I stuck my face in there, but I always like putting my profile picture as a circle on most of my banners. I didn't do it on this one. Just because they can associate, like obviously Braggable Fitness, Braga, it's very obvious, but they associate my face with whatever group they're in and it reminds them. So that's how you make those. But again, with what Melinda was saying with the brush strokes, so I have a purple brush stroke and a gold one that I use. This was my Sean Week group. Very easy again, and I like having a picture of myself that's also transparent in the background that I can impose on anything. So that's my Sean Week group, and I got that picture of Sean that was transparent in the background. But the other kinds of stuff that you can do on here are like, before I was editing my face in Instabeauty or in Facetune and then sending the picture to my computer, but I started using PicMonkey a bit more. So if you go here to the head, you can whiten teeth, you can brighten your eyes, you can get rid of blemishes. There's what else is there? You can add blush if you're looking a little. There was honestly one day where I was so ill and I knew I had to post, and I took a selfie and I put a little makeup on myself in here just because I needed to look alive. So yeah, you can fix blemishes, remove wrinkles. And then not only can you put your own overlays, like the ones that I've been inserting, there's other stuff. And again, I don't know if these you have to pay for, but they're new. So there's these cute little photos. And these are great for infographics. I do a lot of infographics in my groups. I do a lot of checklists. I had an Organize Your Life group, so I made infographics on what parts of the house to clean certain days of the week. But these are kind of cute for that. And then there's also themes. Oh, we don't want to do that. Which is down here. You know, if you want to do like a fall clean eating group, I generally go into the trick or treat one, and they've got like fall type font. So if you go down to the bottom, Frightful fonts, and that's like scary Halloween fonts. There's Christmas ones, there's back to school ones. So you just kind of click on the theme, like Winter Wonderland, and there's all the overlays. You can put a picture of yourself and make it look like it's snowing on top of you. What else is there here? And then again, if you want those backgrounds where it looks like brick to do a quote, there used to be wood here too. So like if you wanted to do this is, I know what we did with 22-minute hardcore. We changed the background, we superimposed ourselves on pictures of like a military base and put like hats on and stuff. So PicMonkey, and the only downfall of PicMonkey, and Melinda, I want you to clarify with Canva, is that once you save your photo to your computer, you can't go back and edit it. So I don't know if that's something, I'm sure, like we saw Melinda would switch pictures, but I don't know, Melinda, if you can change text and go back. But once you save in here,
you can edit
it's done.
anything in Canva. Like you can save it and then you can go back.
Okay.
And if you're paying for those stock, like the stock photos that I use that are $1, you have 24 hours to edit it before you have to pay $1 again. It's $1.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So that's it. And then same thing too, it's got the same option like you do on Aviary on your phone with all the filters. Like you can change exposure and the colors and sharpen and resize. And there is this magic wand too. You can add, make it look like it's dusk, or, give like a little pink tone to it. So there are different filters as well. But if you're gonna go and make a banner for your personal page, I would suggest using the templates. Again, I'll show you mine really quickly. I made this recently and it was off of a template off of PicMonkey. And I basically just changed the pictures and I changed the font to my name. Why is it so slow? I'll just show you on here. Oh, it was there. So there it is. And I just put that in. It's super duper easy, and you can do this for Instagram. Again, they have different templates for Facebook ads, Facebook events. It's super duper foolproof. I would say I'm very intrigued by Canva now, but I would say get really familiar with this, and then I'd say it's a really good stepping stone to Canva. But once you get to know this really well, I find that I can bust out a banner in like 10 minutes that looks semi-professional. Well, that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great analogy. And I find I use the templates in PicMonkey now as well. Same with Canva. They both have great templates where you can just sub in a picture and it looks professional instantly. So awesome, ladies. Those, again, I don't even want to say they're advanced or a step up, because they are actually pretty simple. If you spend one night playing around with it, you'll figure it out so fast. Or again, spend one night. It's worth the investment to go on YouTube and just type in, how do I do this in Canva? Or how do I do this in PicMonkey? But yeah, it's that design studio is pretty awesome, Melinda. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. But I think I'm going to at least stop the recording, because look at that, right on time, 10 o'clock. But thanks to all three of you guys. That was fantastic. Can you do PNG of your own photo? Yeah, just you would put it into that program that she showed you and create a PNG just like she did out of Chris Downing. Can you type in the website for that, Rachel?
Yeah.
And there are a heck of a lot of PNGs for Chris Downing already. I just don't know when we're allowed to share them. So there's quite a few. Online photo editor. Cool. So thanks, ladies. I'm going to stop the recording now, but